Hello everybody, we on another episode of Toxic Tales. I have another special guest with me here today, my girl Cherish.
Hey.
Today we are going to be talking about toxic baby daddies, okay? So I personally know a lot of stories. I don't have a baby daddy yet, but I don't want... Anyway, we could get into that later, but I don't have any children, so I don't have a baby daddy as we speak today. My friend Cherish has children.
I have two.
So she's going to be able to speak from her personal experiences. I'm going to speak from experiences that I've been involved with, even though I didn't want to be, in things and stories I've just heard and been seeing a lot on social media. I just got a lot to say about a lot of situations, and a lot of guys been having a lot to say about baby mamas lately. So I've decided to come from the other end of the spectrum. Let's talk about these baby daddies, because all of a sudden they all perfect and the baby mamas is the issue. Not saying some are not, but all are not. And we know it's a lot of baby daddies that are issues. So, my friend Cherish, you have two kids. From your perspective, how is your relationships with your baby fathers?
They're on both ends of the spectrum, honestly. So,
okay.
I have one, my road dog. The other one, that's all I can say.
Well, fair enough. And that's just open air. Open air should tell the world a lie. See, which is to say that we're not saying that all men are not good dads. They are great dads out there. I have a great dad. Let me just say. Speaking from one that raised me up right, which is why I won't tolerate no shorts. But she has a baby daddy who can count on that, this and that. Then she has a baby daddy who's just, not that he's not, he's an awful dad.
Person. He's an awful person, but not necessarily an awful dad.
There you go.
Awful person.
Ooh.
Terrible.
Because I want to say to guys who don't think they toxic baby daddies that if you mean or nasty to your baby mama, that also will affect your relationship with your child and affect your child as well.
Correct.
Are we clear on that?
We clear on that. I don't think some of them are clear on that.
Okay, so to be honest, so if you and your baby daddy have a good relationship, he knows how to respect you just like you can respect him, there will be no communication issues, no disagreement with the child. No, y'all can't come together with the child as much because of...
Right, because there will be disagreements, but we go about it differently. So it's not going to be any hitting each other below the belt, being nasty, calling names. We may have to agree to disagree. Or we may be like, listen, we got to sit down and we got to come to a resolution. We got to compromise. We need to figure out what to do. But you work together to solve the problem.
Which is what all adults should be able to do.
Correct.
But everybody's not adults. So then I want to ask the guys, what make you be nasty to your baby mama if she's not nasty to you? You still want her? Is that it? Because most of the dudes swear they don't want, swear they hate her. Swear they hate her, but they just got to be nasty for no reason.
Are you upset because maybe she's doing better now without you than she was when y'all were together?
Because I feel like that's an issue.
I feel like that's been an issue. Yes. I don't know.
And that's toxic as well, though, because when you want the mother of your child to be doing well with or without you for the sake of your child.
Right. Like, you want to see me struggle? You want to see us? Y'all want to see us, what, out here doing whatever? Like,
not being able to give your kid what you lack or what you can't do. You don't want to see that she can do that?
I got a drink on this.
See, hey. This is speaking from somebody who has kids. I don't even have kids, but I've just seen situations. Like, I had a friend who told me that she had a baby with this guy. They were together, actually. And he said he don't know how to keep infants alone. So she had to take the baby to her mama house when she went to work. And that was his child.
That's unacceptable.
That's got to be toxic.
I mean, because if as a woman, if you don't have children, you might not know how to hold an infant either. But guess what? We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. That's what the nurse at the hospital is for. That's what
classes are for.
Classes are for. There's parents in books. There's grandparents. There's other people in your family who've had children or friends. It's somebody who you can learn this from. Like it's not really hard to hold an infant. That's just an excuse.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's a toxic ass excuse right there.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, I don't think a mama can say that. I don't know how to watch a baby alone. You gotta keep the baby.
Let's be clear though. There's some deadbeat baby mamas too.
Yes, ma'am.
There's some toxic baby mamas too.
Yes, ma'am.
So
yes, ma'am.
They are capable of being like they can't hold their child. Listen, I've heard of women who just don't have nothing to do with their children at all. And yeah, that's a whole nother level.
And that's true. That's true. Because I know a girl who she love to have Louis Gucci. She stay in the street. She done got her body gun, all this. But told me one day she wanted to hold my niece and said, well, I don't do babies like that. That's too much. She's like, I don't change diapers. That's too much like being a parent myself. She's like, I ain't even changed my own child diapers. And I was like,
wow. Yeah, see, that's different.
I was like,
that's different.
How you a mama and said you never changed your own child diapers? And why would you share that with the world? Baby, take it to your grave. I don't like how people don't take certain things to their grave. They just always got to run their mouth and then mad when people got something to say about
That's been a thing. Like, let's learn how to keep some shit. You know what I'm saying?
To yourself.
Keep it
to yourself.
Keep it over here. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it tucked. Everybody don't need them. You ain't gotta share it with everybody. Everybody don't need these coins, these gems.
Or no gems. or these stones.
Right.
Or this coal. Like, everybody don't need it, okay? Just sometimes you keep yourself to yourself. So, like, me and my friend, we was on social media, so we done seen this guy who kind of trended, who got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. And he says that he told the women that he did not want kids. So to me, he's saying that it's more their fault than it is his. So he gave enough of the story, but it still holds in the story that I need to know to make me feel like how toxic and disgusting I really think he is, or if I can pull back on it. Because I want to know, did he tell all these 7 women this before he slept with them raw and nutted in them, or did he ask them if they was on birth control, or did he tell them this once he had sex with them raw and nutted in them, which he said he did, and knew he could have children, and then they were pregnant, and then he said he didn't want kids?
Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? Because I've dealt with men who don't want children, and you will never catch them slipping. I don't care how drunk they are, sleepy they are, tired they are. They're going to reach for that condom each and every fucking time.
Every time.
Every time.
And they definitely pulling out. Let me just tell you, even with a condom on, they're going to pull out. Because they don't want to get caught up.
That part.
So let me just say that. But see, it's like dudes that love to nut in a female and be like, I ain't going to let her catch me. I'm going to make her take a plan B in front of her. But who told you to sleep in her raw and nut in her? She didn't tell you to do none of that. So ain't nobody trying to really catch none of y'all.
And then help us understand how you just trusted her with your life by fucking her raw, but then you don't trust her to take a plan B. Like
that part.
What?
That part.
I don't know. I don't speak that language.
Like that part.
I don't speak that language. I need to know.
I need that to make sense to what I keep hearing. Like, I'm loving to hear these niggas saying, I told her I ain't want no kids, or I'll make her take a plan B. Who is telling you to sleep with the female raw and nut in her? Who telling y'all to do that?
Maybe everybody just need to value themselves a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Take a little bit more time to talk and get to know somebody before you sleep with them. For real, y'all. For real. And this is as a single woman who, I get it. I get it. Some of us move however the fuck we want to move, and I get it. But just be mature about it. Communicate about that shit. Ask about people's background, their health, how they feel about certain little topics.
How they feel about kids.
That especially. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if y'all gonna have sex unprotected, ask these people how they feel about children.
Get to know as much about the person as you can.
Before you stuck with them.
Yeah, before you put the mouths on your body. It ain't that serious. The dick just...
and you just don't want to be stuck with people. I'm just saying, because once you have kids with them, y'all stuck together. I don't really care.
I mean, you're either stuck together or you're stuck apart and by yourself and doing it completely on your own. So,
and then that makes for almost like a toxic child, because then then they have their own issues. If you chose not to fully be in their life the way you should as a parent, even though you knew you took part in making that child.
Right.
Like, I know a guy who he swears he's a good dad. And one of his kids is teenagers, and I can never think in all these years when he's had his child by himself for a week. Ever. I'm not saying he's a bad dad, but he's not that parent he wants to say he is, and how he try to say his baby mama is not.
Yeah, and there be a lot of that going on. Y'all be very, very part-time. You got to think about it. Y'all be living y'all life all motherfucking week long, getting up, moving how you want to move, doing all of that shit. Like, you have no children, and then barely get your children on the weekend, or barely get them for the summer, or barely get them at all. Like, because sending the check is just not enough. I'm sorry.
At all.
And half of y'all check don't even compensate for taking care of a child. It don't. You slide a little portion.
And then you be wanting your child taken care of on a certain level. Let's talk about that. I know a girl who has her child full time. Her baby daddy paid child support, and then he decided not to pay child support for a whole year. Because he said time's been hard for him. Now, scratch what they are for her, even though she got the baby full time. Times is hard for him. So then something came up that he had lumps. He tried to file taxes. Baby, toxic baby daddy tried to file taxes. And the check got cut to her because he was behind on the child support.
Salty.
Baby, this man gonna ask her for some of the money that he had plans to do with it. And then she bought him new ducks. He had the audacity, which I don't know where they purchased it from at this store, to put on social media, I guess this was my child support money going to the shoes. I said it could go to whatever she choose fit for that 365 days that your life was hard, even though she had your child full time.
Exactly. They never take that into consideration. And this go for women too, because I know it's going to be some men in the comments saying, well, I know a deadbeat ass baby mama. They out there. Yeah. They out there. I ain't one of them. Let me just be clear on that. I am not one of them. But there are several deadbeat baby mamas. They out there. And toxic ass baby mamas.
Very much so.
Yes.
And y'all guys talk about them all the time. But y'all swear y'all is just the perfect dads out here, boy. And I'm not saying there ain't no perfect dads out here, because my daddy is perfect.
She love her daddy. I love that for my friends.
Daddy, girl.
I didn't grow up with a father, so I love to see the bond between my friends and their fathers. I love that shit.
Yeah, and there's good ones out here, baby.
And ladies, this is why it's important for us to choose good baby fathers, because if we didn't have our fathers in our lives, then we know what we're missing. We know. Sometimes they say you don't know what you had. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't miss something you ain't never had. But me as a woman growing up, a little girl growing up, not having my father, I know what I missed. Seeing my friends who did have that relationship with their father, I know what I missed. It teaches you things to look for in a man as you come into womanhood and start dealing with these niggas. Like, that's what having a father teaches you. It's some shit you're not gonna learn from your mother, because she can only teach you what she knows as a woman. She's never been a man. So this is why we need good fathers.
Yes.
Ooh, choose your baby daddy wisely. Choose him wisely.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yes.
You gotta be careful.
Got to be more careful.
You gotta be careful. Look, here's why I guess I don't have one yet. Because, baby, I'm careful.
Take your time.
Because I shoot a nigga in the toe. I'm telling you.
In the pinky toe.
In the toe. They think they want to have a baby with me. I be telling them, no, you don't. I shoot you in your foot.
He gonna have hell, though, really, because she got people who been there before, and yeah.
Baby. And I ain't gonna need you anyway, but you wouldn't play with my child either. Let's be clear on what I'm saying.
Period.
So that's why that's what I'm saying. And it is great that, once again, there are good daddies out here. Okay? I know some. I know a lot of them. I got a best friend who he's with his kids all the time.
We appreciate great
all
fathers.
The time.
We appreciate those of y'all who go above and beyond. Even when you're dealing with toxic baby mamas.
Yeah, that part. Because I know ones like that too, who do everything right, and this female still trying to make life hard because she want him and she can't have him. Which females, you making your kids toxic as well. Everybody has to pay attention. And everybody got to be smart about the decision, and it's not personal, especially once kids get involved. Because really, it should no longer be about you once kids get involved.
It should be about your child.
Period. And that's what I'm just saying. It's just, I'm starting to hear just too much entitlement from toxic baby daddies who feel like they moving mountains when they wouldn't even be a glimpse of the daddy they was if it wasn't for a calm baby mama putting up with they bullshit. But
I hope you hear her. Message.
Look, message.
Message, niggas.
Gem of the day.
Message.
Gem of the day. Well, that's all I'm gonna say for today, because I know a lot of y'all guys gonna have a lot to say about.
And we can't wait. We can't wait.
Drop in them comments. Drop in them comments, them likes, them comments. Tell me what y'all feel. Tell me again what I done said wrong this time, because boy, y'all telling me what I'm saying wrong. Or y'all tell me what y'all like either way. But let me hear from y'all. Subscribe, like in the comments. I want to thank my girl Cherish for coming out today, giving her perspective.
Thank you for having me.
I love you. And till next time, all my Toxic Tail friends, I love y'all.
Bye.